girl, I'm tempted to touch, yeah, tempted to touch, yeah. Wanna let go, my yeah, I need you so much. Yeah, I have to take your time, girl, no.
Guys, it's your girl JS. The Rap Game comes back January 2017, and I have to talk about it. So I watched the trailer, and this season, kids have a chance to redeem themselves that were on previous seasons, so they can show the world what they're really made of, have that second chance. Like, for example, they consider like an Iggy because she kind of raps Southern, but she's from Tennessee, so I mean, really. She not only had one chance on that season, but she had two chances, because the first time she forgot her rhymes, and the second time she had her notepad in her hand but forgot her lyrics. And I was just like, well, her bars, okay? And I'm like, okay, but they're bringing her back. I know she was like putting out music during the Rap Game and was still promoting it, so I was like, something's up here. But yeah, she has a chance to come back on the show, so hopefully she kills it this time. But the thing is, when it comes down to Jermaine Dupri, he is good with music. He should have studio tatted on his arm, because when it comes down to putting music, well, like on different artists like Usher, Mariah Carey, he knows how to do that, Bow Wow, whatever. But when it comes down to having a label and like branding the artist and trying to, that's not him. No, that's not him. And I've always said that that's not his lane. Even when he tried to manage Mariah Carey, it didn't work out. He doesn't, okay, I don't know. Some people think because they're in the music industry, they should do every part of like the business as well as the music. And sometimes the business part is not for you. The music part is for you, Jermaine. But when it came down to making the band, when Diddy had Making the Band on MTV, he knew how to, he had an ear for music, as well as he knew how to brand the artist, the group, whatever. When we had like the artist or the group that he had, they had a hot song by the end of the show. Everybody knew it. Everybody knew what was going on, whether it be Danity Kane, Day 26, even Donnie, even Da Band. Remember, Da Band was the first group coming out of that show. So I was okay, the band, they had that hot song, Too Hot for TV, and they was like, hey, you know, Harlem shaking it out on videos. But in this case, the only thing that Imani and Miss Mulatto have are 2 chains. Okay? A chain apiece. And they keep on holding it up in different pictures and going and stuff. But when it comes down to, because at the end of like the second season, no, kind of like the end of the first season during the reunion, you should have, bam, Miss Mulatto should have had a hot song coming out the gate at the end of the second season, because this stuff is pre-recorded. Monty should have had a hot hit at the end, so these people could be like charting and doing all this other stuff. But we in the 3rd season and people are still commenting on other stuff, and it's other artists like Little Nico and Lyric, even Super Peach. They're out here more than the people that got signed to Jermaine Dupri. And all I see is them holding up signs, like their little chains on Instagram, like they so deaf. And I'm like, okay. And even with certain people, what Jermaine did have, like when they had their high peak and then they went down. And most of them got their high peak when they left So Def. And that's what, but when they stayed there, it was like, yeah, they were like this, like a roller coaster. But then they went down. But then it was like stagnant after that. I'm just stating the facts, like, because I mean, a lot of people will just be like, oh, this is great. I do think this is a great platform for kids to know who they are or whatever, but when it comes down to the winners, they should be far along. I know they're on tour or whatever. When Bow Wow was out, adults knew Bow Wow and kids knew Bow Wow. It wasn't like, oh, who is that? No, Bow Wow was everywhere. Bow Wow knew what it was. All I want to do is see you bounce with me. That was actually in the Big Mama's House movie. He had songs in movies. He was, and even when he left So Def, like left Jermaine Dupri kinda and went on his own, he had success. Like he kept the people that he was working with, he had success. Whether it be in movies, music, whatever. But like when he came back, it was like kind of stagnant. I'm not trying to say I would never ever take credit away from Jermaine when it came down to when it comes down to the music and putting, like, even when he was on Music Moguls and he made that song for Carson, I was like, yo, that's a hit. But when it comes down to like, oh yeah, I'm a brand them, these are my artists, follow me around, because I'm not here to lie. I'm here to I'm not here to be a yes person either. I'm just here to keep it real. Okay. I love you guys so much for watching, and comment below. Let me know if you're gonna watch the Rap Game season 3. I'm gonna check it out, see what it is. But I love you guys so much. Bye.